Guys, and today I wanted to do a video. Today's video is going to be the common issues with the Desert Eagle, like common problems that you might have with the Desert Eagle. And I'm going to go over them. I have a bunch of videos on issues. So the first one is from a series of it. We're going to start on common issues with the magazine. Okay. So, common issues with the magazine. Let me go ahead and show you the gun is empty. Okay, it's empty. You can see light in there, right? No bullets in there. Okay, common issues with the magazines on the Desert Eagle. A lot of people have at times. When they put a magazine in, okay, and the magazine, what happens sometimes when they try to close the slide, it will jam. Actually, when they bring it back, it will hit here, and I'll try to get that to happen. Okay, see, you see how it went there for a minute like that? That's a common problem they have, is this will hit. Now, what happens, I'll take the gun apart and show you some of the reasons this might happen. So let's go ahead and take it apart. Pop the magazine out. Okay, so we're going to take it apart. Put the barrel there, flip it over. And right away you'll see when I actually flip the gun over. If you look in here, okay, you'll see let me get this a little closer here. You will see these rails, okay? What those rails are for is when you have the slide in there, your slide will ride like that, because what happens is this is supposed to clear it, okay? That gets it so it doesn't hit. Now, a lot of times this can be bent, or they can be too high, and what happens if you put them in there, of course your slide's not going to shut after it fires a bullet or something, and you'll still have a round in there and it'll be locked open. That is very common. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you could get over here and you could sand this down. Now, another issue with these magazines is a lot of times, see that little follower there? Okay, this here pushes on, okay, I'll try to get you some light here. Let me get some better light. This pushes inside and pushes this up, your slide release up. Now you watch when I push it, it'll come up a little. See how it comes up? Now what that is, so when the last round is fired, it will go back and lock. Now if it's not like that, then what's going to happen, this stays down. But that is supposed to supply pressure there by pushing up. Now if this is worn, or in here if it's sticking, another problem can cause is if you have a round in here and this is hitting on the inside here. You could see on the inside there's a little nub. Okay, if it hits on that slide release there, I don't know how good you can see that. A little nub that's just sticking up. If it hits on there, what can happen, let me hit some light. See that? What will happen is this actually will push this up. When you put that in, it will actually push it up. Now this is not pushing up because this is actually correct, see? Now another way you could tell if you have a problem is look at the bullets. If the bullets have marks on them, scratches, then you know this in here, that slide release is hitting it. Nub could be too sharp, it could have some kind of problem, and what it could be causing is to make your magazine lock open, not fire. Also, your springs in these here, you know, springs are pretty easy to change in these magazines. You could use your tool, your 7-in-1 or anything. You just push that in there like this. I don't think you can. Yeah. And you just hold your finger like this. Get this up a little. And you just take them off. See? And you can pull that off, you know. Springs, you want to make sure the springs are tight and there's no problem with them. You know, and you've got good springs in there. So make sure that you change them at regular intervals, because if you don't, what can happen is they can get weak. And you could buy a kit from Magnum Research that allows you to change those. Okay, so that's another issue. That is most of the magazine issues that you can run into. You know, if you have a lot of problems with jamming, failure to feed, stuff like that, or even like rounds hitting you in the face, that's a different video. We just basically want to go over the magazines. But also there is a little nub down here. Let me show you on the back of it. See that? If this gets too pushed in or collapsed, what can happen when it goes in, it will not hit this here. And this can go all the way in there and it will jam. Once it jams, you'll not be able to get it out without taking the grips off. So I just wanted to show you that. So if it gets a little worn, you can always take a little screwdriver and, you know, pull it out a little. The magazine in the Desert Eagle is supposed to be free floating. See how that is? It's supposed to free float about 1/16 of an inch, because it's a free floating magazine, guys. So I wanted to bring that up. So that is about all I have right now about the magazines. They are, like I say, critical to any gun, and unfortunately a lot of times you can have problems with them. And if you have problems with your magazines, you're going to be going crazy. You're going to be racking your brain. Get this back in here. You know, you're not going to know what to do, and it's going to be a pain. But I wanted to show you that, and that's magazine issues with Desert Eagle. Thanks a lot for tuning into my video, and have a great day.